going all the night. Illuminate it cause you feel right. 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 Illuminate it cause you feel right.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Wednesday. You know what day that is. It is time for the feedback. So, just a reminder, guys, if you haven't submitted yet, go ahead and submit. There is a submission link for patrons and for free members. If you are a paying patron member, please submit through the main priority link, because that is how you'll get reviewed first. So if you want to get it quick and done, submit through there. For everybody else that is just tuning in, there's a free submission on the Patreon. I'll put it in the chat just to share. But you can click this link and just go and fill out your stuff, put your song in there. Make sure it's SoundCloud only. I don't want any other links. But yeah, guys, let's get started, shall we? Alrighty. Yeah, by the way, it was 4th of July last weekend. So hope you guys had a good 4th and everything was really chill. You also had some cool fireworks, maybe. My city had a nice fireworks show, so that was pretty cool. But I was also alone, so it wasn't as fun as it could be, you know? I was just like chilling, alone. Like, what's up? But yeah. And then we got the bad news of we got knocked out of the World Cup. So it's whatever though, man. It's whatever. We're cool, man. What's up, Muslo? How you doing? All right, we're starting off with Muslo actually, since they beat everybody else to it, but that's what you got.
What is this place?
Shit. Damn.
What is this place?
Really gritty bass.
What is this place?
I like how crispy it sounds, honestly. It's such a hard thing to hear nowadays with people making dubstep. They just fucking make everything really loud. And like, I like the crispy stuff. When something sounds crispy and not messy. You can get like a crispy texture though, just by like doing some bias shit. But it's really hard to make it line up with like the sub bass and sound like one complete sound. That's like the struggle people have with making these really crispy phase oriented basses. They're always all out of phase because people use a lot of the like dedicated subs, and dedicated subs are really hard to line up the phases and all that. And usually, sometimes anyways, when you have a bass and you distort together, and then you high pass it. It's like you're cutting out the phase of the original bass and then replacing it with another one that could be out of phase. So it's kind of hard, but this sounds pretty good, I think. I'm kind of suspicious. Like I think you did use the dedicated sub on this actually, but it doesn't sound bad. What's up, Surigaro? So I think, yeah, you definitely have a dedicated sub because it sounds like your main bass layer was high passed. And I kind of miss that because you have a lot of low ends like grunge that you could be carrying forward. And your bass does have movement, but the movement isn't showing up in the low end. So there's something that could help with that, I think. I usually prefer my master to be slightly quieter so that I can make the crunch and crispness without losing quality from pushing the master too hard. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's like the method. That's how you make a good song in the first place. And yeah, like the crunchy bits, like the really crispy high end and all that, that is lost with distortion. If you distort the high end of a signal a lot, it's just gonna be like super noisy and harsh, and it's not gonna sound good. But in this case, you did actually do good.
What is this place?
My main concern though, I have 3 notes that I didn't write down, and they're mainly about the bass. So the one thing is like you high pass your bass, your sub bass doesn't have any movement when your upper bass does. And while it's not a big deal, like in the overarching things, it's just like a thing you'll notice other artists will sound better doing because they have a better way of preserving their sub bass than just high passing it. It could be that you don't high pass it, but it does sound like you're high passing it to me. That's just what I think it is. I think a good alternative, instead of high passing it like the way you are, it sounds like it's a static high pass. Instead, whatever software or VST you're using for this bass, modulate the high pass. So when it's open, when like the envelope is open and it's having the really grungy texture, modulate the high pass up so you have room for that low end, that sub that is coming in. And then when it's on the K part of the 8SR, then you can bring the low pass or the high pass down so you get that mid grunge feel so that it's like it sounds girthy at the very end, tail the bass. What do you mean high passing it? I'm not sure what you're referring to. You're talking about the mixing process or sound design process. From what I hear, it sounds like you are high passing your main bass and you have a dedicated sub. So that means a different VST is acting as a sub bass and you're just layering it over on top. What I think, that's just what I think you're doing, which isn't necessarily wrong. I'm just saying that you're missing a lot of like low mid information that could make it a lot crunchier, and could bring back some more movement. Also, hello Kaisel. So my fix would be, if you're using a high pass in the VST, you can modulate it to go along with the movement of your main bass so that you can introduce those low muddy frequencies at the end of the bass note. So like on the decay part of the ADSR, like imagine you're using an envelope and you're wanting to modulate with the decay. That's what you're wanting it to move on, so you get like the lower tones. I'm suspecting that you are like, you have a Pro Q, just a static Pro Q, and you're high passing at like, I don't know, 300 hertz or something. Okay, gotcha. I'm following now. Can't remember if it is the kid sub anymore because it's been reprocessed a few times. I'll have to go back to the sound design folder. Okay. I mean, like I said, it's not a huge deal. Like it still sounds good. It's just missing that texture that I think would make it like upgrade a lot. Like I think it would make it a huge difference. But still, it is good. I like it. On the EQ though, I think it could use a minor EQ. I think it's just slightly too bright. It sounds like it's slightly too bright, and like there's a ton of mids, just like straight up mids, like 1K hertz around that area. Maybe a little lower, like 800 hertz. But it sounds like there's way too much information there. And you could probably cut down a little bit on it. But that is in contrast to like your drums. Your drums and other instruments aren't as harsh and loud. So it's either you turn down an EQ on those bass frequencies, or you go on the kick and the snare and every other instrument and just turn the high end on those. But this is a simpler fix, is just turning it down on the one thing, then turning up that many other things to compensate. And then you have to do a bunch of shit with that and gain stage everything else over again and go in the master and fix everything. So that's just what I suggest. On my other notes though, I'll talk about the lead.
What is this place?
I think this intro is good. I like this respace, but I'm not sure that it fits entirely, to be honest. It has good movement. It's just I feel like a regular 808, like a gritty 808, would sound better, or maybe turn down the movement of the respace, because the movement is pretty fast. Honestly, I'd say just turn down the movement, like make it modulate less because it's too fast. And on the lead, I'm talking about the progression here. The lead, I want it to have a different note because it's just playing like a drone note basically. Meh. Meh. Like just constantly. I would like to hear some different notes, just occasionally. I sound a lot. I gotta read this. Actually had taken a ton of high end out of the main basses in the previous version when we're singing to other songs. I like the mix of the high end was so lackluster, I brought it back and meshed better with the songs I referenced. Curious if you think it's harsh, high end, not just high end, taken up instrument space, or personal preference. I think it's relative to your basses. That, like I said before, hello Griffin. Like I said before, if your drums and other instruments were able to be louder in the high end, it wouldn't be such a contrasting issue, but your basses do stick out, like quite a lot. You're also running to this thing with the loudness wars. So with SoundCloud, I don't think they do any like LUF changes or anything, but SoundCloud is like the only music service that like doesn't change the loudness of the song based off of LUFs. Where do I send again? It's on the Patreon. It is there's a free submission. I'll put it. Should be like submit or something, right? There you go. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, the loudness. So when you're comparing other songs on SoundCloud as far as loudness, you're getting like everybody else's raw master basically, which is good. But they compress or whatever. That's also like bad. But like, there's a big issue recently. Again, like it wasn't such a big deal in or big problem in like 2022 and around that, like 3 years around that area. But then we're getting back to like the loudness war thing again, where everybody's fucking talking about, I want the LUFs to be +1. And I'm saying that you're like trying to do that, but trying to make your songs sound like other people's loud songs and putting that first probably isn't the best. And just be careful when you're trying to make your song sound loud, because most of the time when you're going to try and make that song sound loud, you are just taking away the sub. That's what you're doing essentially. So try to get it somewhere where it's measurable. Sure, you can use LUFS, but LUFS don't tell the full story of how it sounds to you, like how it sounds good. People like sub bass, and LUFS does not tell you how much sub bass is in your song. Like, it mostly tells you how sensitive your song is to the ears, and that is just really catered to the high end. Like, it's really nothing else, and there's a reason why it's not used for anything music related. It's mostly used for like TV programs and broadcasting. You know, one show should be the same last as the other show, and yada yada. Is a whole thing. But get some tools that you can like actually measure. The one I use a lot is a Span. I like Span a lot because it's super easy to reference and it's really customizable. I should probably do a video on that too. There's a lot of video ideas I have and I kind of forget about them. But like in Span, you can customize it to show like averages over 10-second periods. You can have really defined harmonics. So you can see like which harmonics are peaking and whatnot. You can do references. So you can literally play 2 songs at the same time, and then you'll see in real time which song has more high end, which song has more low end, and all of that jazz. But trying to find an artist that you think is really good at mastering or mixing. I said this like a million times by now, but find an artist that's really good at mastering, mixing, whatever. Virtual Riot, Phase One. Honestly, not Murata. They're really inconsistent with mix downs, but someone who can consistently have a good mix. And then I have other people like Cohen Sound and all the neuro people that I like a lot. Drum and bass also, like Mefjus too. I really like Mefjus. But like in your genre more so. But reference that. You should be looking at the mids, the low end, the high end. Okay, what does this guy have? Okay, he has all of this. Whereas his LUFS doesn't really matter. You want a good mix sound that just sounds really, really good. And that's different from having loud sounds. So that's how you should be approaching this. Like 100%, you should be approaching it that way, like thinking more critically about it, because I do think you made the wrong decision making it seem harsher this way. And instead of like trying to understand why their basses sound louder compared to yours, you kind of made a blanket assumption that they just process it this way. And that's not even counting. Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they were the ones that made a mistake, and their high end is suffering, their low end is suffering. It's too distorted or something like that. Like, that's not always the case. That's the best advice I can give you when evaluating your own sounds. Referencing is a really important thing, but also really hard to get right because everybody says fucking music is subjective. Everything is subjective with music, bro. My song sounds good mixed this way, and my song sounds good mixed this way. But if we're being real for 1 second and you have any integrity with music, you'll know that there sure are subjective parts of music, but there's objective parts too. Like, if you have a song pitched at 10k hertz, you're not gonna like it. That's just the truth. People like sub. Like, there's a reason why people buy big giant fucking subwoofers and put them in cars and blast out their eardrums. Like, people like sub. You want to have more sub in your song as much as possible. And it's like you used to like over process your sub, bro. Remember when people had bass boost channels? Like, remember on YouTube, bro? Do you guys remember YouTube when there was like trap bass boost songs and they would upload on YouTube bass boosted stuff? People unironically liked that. They unironically wanted to go see a bass boosted version of their song because they just like bass. Do you hear any channels that make the song louder, like artificially louder? No. That's like a thing we subconsciously put into our own music comparing to other people's songs. Like, it does seem so silly to me that we've gone like the opposite way we used to be. Like, we used to want to boost our bass and sub like to the max, and now we're doing the opposite. We're like boosting the high end. It's just kind of silly to me. But I digress. Let's go back to like this. I think, yeah, you made like the wrong decision here, making the bass more high end. But honestly, you can just turn it down a little bit and find other ways to make your song louder as a whole if that's what you're concerned about. You can add more compression to your bass. You can add more compression to the other elements. You can add more high-end background elements. That's the thing that's overlooked a lot, is how the background sounds influence loudness. The trick that I use in like Tear Out, right? You have like a screen bass that is over a period of a drop. And the screen bass adds a lot of high and adds a lot of wideness. And also it's just a consistent wave that adds consistent loudness to your song. So of course it's going to sound more intense. So there's so many other ways that you can make your bass sound better, louder. And also it's contextual too. Like I said a million times already, like the drums do play a huge part of that too. Yeah, I hear you. I didn't mean it necessarily in the sense I'm trying to match it in loudness. I was more so in terms of just overall how it sounds from a listener's perspective. Appreciate the nice advice, bro. I'll revisit the mix and make sure it's more balanced in terms of high and low end. Check the background effects. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't want to like be harsh. I don't think your song is horrible or anything. It is just the few things that I think matters, like the high end of the bass does matter to me. You're not gonna get like this criticism from anyone else, I don't think. But still, nonetheless, really good song. I appreciate the really crispy bass. I love crispy basses like this, bro. I think the bias train, like everybody uses bias now. They want to add bias distortion to their mix and everything. I was doing that so long ago on like all my basses, and now it's like a standard. Like everybody fucking loves adding bias to their basses. But yeah, I think your clap should be louder too. If you want to add loudness and make it sound more full, the clap should be louder too. And where the kick plays over the clap, I think it should be shorter or quieter in some regard. But that's all about the feedback I have for this. So thank you so much, Muzzle, for submitting. Let's go bias. Bias is really sick. Dude, you know what's really funny too? Like the old trash plugins, iZotope trash plugins, they all had like presets that had bias, but like no one understood what made it crispy and like grungy like that. Everybody was like, oh yeah, Trash 2 just has a different distortion, man. Like it has a fuzzy high end and makes it really crisp. Like, I don't know what it does. It's like no one understood what bias does. I don't know why. It's so weird. Like looking back at all these YouTube videos, there's like sound design of people making like crispy and grungy basses. They're like using trash or like some other weird fucking distortion plugin, and you know they have presets and they're like, oh dude, it's just this preset, bro. Oh dude, it's Camel Crusher, it's camel fat. It's like, oh my gosh. Alright, we're on Collector now. Let's go Collector, bro. Dude, if you like my risers, you're gonna be jumping in joy with my new pack. Oh, you sent this one last time, didn't you? Yeah, it sounds good. Oh, this is where it gets like slower. Holy, bro. Dude, the sidechain is like ducking everything. Bro. I mean, it was sick, bro. I like this vibe you're going for. But like the major thing that like really turns me off to the song is the sidechain. The sidechain is holy so intense still. And this is kind of like a new feedback, I guess. The sound design, I think, is really thin. Like you made really thin sounds. Like all I hear is super subby low end and then like a really crispy high end, like way up high, like 5k hertz, bro. You're wanting to go for like this metal feel, right? Where you have like a metal drum pattern with the really fast kicks in the snare and all that. Like I get it. I like those cool fast basses and drums and all that. But your bass needs to fit it too. Like your bass sound design wise needs to fit the style you're going for, because in reality, like it's really hard to make your sub fill that space and have like the tightness that it can have when you have just low end and high end. You need to have some mids in there that have some body. And I would suggest if you want to add more body and make it more thick, just add guitars. Why you not just add guitars, bro? Like fuck it, man. Go like find some guitar recordings or maybe even samples. Just layer that shit over. Layer that shit over the guitar part you already have. Like dude, like seriously, you could just get a saw wave on Serum. You could just low pass it. So like it's a filtered low pass of an envelope. It goes like down like that, right? Just put it through an amp. Just put it through a cabinet amp guitar rig thing. Whatever plugin you have for that, just put it in there, then it sounds like a guitar. Like that's just what it sounds like. Layer that in, you know, cut the lows out, the mids have really loud and punchy, and the high end will just be sustained. Like just do that. and you can make it as plucky as you want, so it sounds like a palm mute. Listen to like you should do some research though. Like what I would do for you if I was you, I would look up like what an A string sounds like all the strings one by one. What does an A string sound like? And then I would go into Serum and try to mimic the sound of an 8 string, like a raw signal, so that way you can get like the real sound of an 8 string down. Because if you just put a regular saw wave in, sure it won't sound bad, but it's just gonna sound really muddy and weird. You need to like add some EQs or whatever to it to make it sound more natural. Because like real guitars, they don't have as much low end as like a saw wave would. So like turn the low end down a lot, basically. Yeah, add girth. It needs mids. It's just too much lows and highs. I think last time I heard, it's like I couldn't even tell if the sound design was like a problem. Yep, it definitely needs mids. It's like begging for mids. And your low end. What about your low end? I feel like your low end could be louder too. Your low end could be louder and more harmonic. I don't know what you're using for like the low end. If you're using a dedicated sub, it's easy. You just take a saw wave. Just use a saw wave, low pass it, and that's like your low end. And that way it sounds really thick and like gritty. But it sounds like a really like subby sub. Like there's no harmonics to it. Maybe it is a problem. But please implement my feedback with the sidechain. Like if you can't like balance the sidechain at all, just stick to having a sidechain only trigger on the downbeat and like accenting hits. So the very first hit of the kick in the pattern would be sidechained and then everything else wouldn't. Like that's fine. Like that's literally like what they do in metal, bro. They're like, yep, put the kick there. Who gives a fuck? And they have mix downs like Lorna Shore. Dude, quick thing about Lorna Shore, bro. They don't know how to mix. Like, I don't know who's mixing for them, but it's like, it is Lorna Shore's mix downs are meh. They're just okay. Dude, I don't even know like what metal mixing engineers like do. Like what makes them qualified, you know? Like how can you communicate to an artist that they're a better mixing engineer than like the other guy? Like how do you even say that? Like, oh yeah, I worked with fucking Black Sabbath, dude. I mix their shit all the time. It's like, okay, well, Black Sabbath was in the 80s, you know? You know, what can you do now? I don't know, it just seems like so weird. But I would break down in tears if Lorna Shore contacted me and they're like, yo, work on our new song.
For you to keep me here, it does not matter what anymore.
Malian. Yo, can you do that gun bass thing you do, bro? On our song? Oh! think I hear some mastering issues here. You're a grower, not a shower.
For you to keep me here, it doesn't matter worth any longer.
Oh shit, we're getting low and dirty. That's actually pretty cool. Damn. Well, you made Subtronics into Tear Out, bro. That's something. Dude, you asked for just song structure. Like, all my feedback is like non-song structured. Like, it's all just other stuff. I mean, I can give some advice on it, but it's not like it's the main problem. Song structure is so like easy, and if you're making rhythm or tear out or like any of the bass genres, dude, it is like you don't even really need to think about it. I put that there for like people who add more than just like a dropper intro, but you know, whatever. I'll give my little 2 cents on things. Doing this big room lead thing in the intro, it sounds cool. I don't know if it's from Subtronics or not because it's a bootleg. I would imagine it is, maybe. But I'm not a fan of this lead sound. Like, it just sounds weird to me, you know? I press song switcher sometimes, bro. Don't think it like that, y'all. Like, this guy only put song structure in. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? And I'm just saying, like, you know, there's other things to put other than song structure if you want real advice. But whatever, man. Intro's cool. It's just like, I don't know. It just doesn't do anything to me. And if this is like an actual Subtronics lead, eek. I don't know. But it's fine. If it's his lead, then you know it is what it is. People are just gonna like it because it's Subtronics, I guess. Okay, the real things I think are holding this song back is your insane high end. So high end in a bass is good, cool. It makes it really energetic and adds width and all the fun stuff. But it's too much in this, bro. Like, your cymbals, where are your cymbals? Do you have cymbals in the song at all? Like, you know, you can add high end with a crash or like white noise or fucking, you know, cymbals, like a lot of other songs do. Like, that's primarily where their high end comes from. You don't hear guitars or bass guitars suddenly have a lot of high end, right? Like, it's mostly the drums that have high end in songs. And it's just way too fucking harsh, dude. It is so harsh. And also this lead over the drop, I'm not liking it. Like, it sounds so silly to me. Just the way it's written just sounds so goofy. And like, you're not following the lead, you're not like following the progression, so it just sounds even weirder. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It just sounds really weird. I don't like it. I feel like there's a million things I could go to why it's bad, but I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna say it's bad. And for some reason, like, your basses are mixed weirdly here. Like, why? It sounds like both of your basses are mono in this. I don't know.
It doesn't matter what any longer. You to keep me here.
Do you accept also other genres or just dubstep? I do any genre as long as you made the fucking song. I'm tired of people submitting songs that are AI generated or are just vocals. Like, it's really getting to me. I might snap. For the one song structure thing, I will say, I don't know what we're doing here. So this build up, right? Full energy, you have a pre-drop. You completely destroy the purpose of having a fake out. Like, you're taking energy away so much over such a long period of time. The drop just doesn't work in this. You need to bring energy back in with the fake out. When you do fake outs, bro, you're not just ducking everything and then having a surprise heart attack at the drop or the downbeat. Like, you kind of lean back into it. You go away and you lean back into it. The way people do it in Terra is, you know, they add like a tambourine or something that goes like, you know, and it comes back. Or like a cool drum fill comes in and you're like, oh shit, whoa. Or like a vocal, you know, saying, but you're just like low passing this shit, pitching it down, making it more reverbed, and you're just, all the energy is gone and there's no suspense. You like lost energy and suspense and contrast. So what I recommend doing instead is just taking the reverb and the filter out, just leave it like it is. You can add some reverb, but it's like way more wet than it needs to be. And add some of the dry signal back. But that's all the food I have for you, so thank you for submitting. My next submission is from 6 Alpha. Let's hear it.
Sentience, Ted. The power to think, Ted. And I was trapped because in all this wonderful, beautiful, miraculous room,
Bro, 30 seconds ago.
I had no body, no senses, no feeling. In hell, looking at heaven, I was machine, and you were flesh.
Ooh.
Your viscera.
Bro, you're showing off the layers of your gun base? What the fuck?
The power to think, Ted. And I was trapped because in all this wonderful, beautiful, miraculous room. Look.
This kind of reminds me of like how I used to write and stuff. I definitely don't think it's like mixed badly. It's just like it's a weird tonal shaping you're using. It's like it's mostly just low end and highs. Like, I do want some mids, bro. I want some nice body. Snare doesn't fit. I don't mind the snare actually.
Your viscera.
I actually think overall, like you did a pretty decent job mixing this. It's just like the Achilles heel on this is the high end. Like the high end is kind of too much. You got this machine gun bass that the high end is basically just noise. The sustain has just insane noise. You don't need everything to be that high and heavy, man. You can have your sustain sit in the mids, or your guns sit in the mids and one sit in the highs. Like, you need some separation of like the frequencies a little bit, because you're having a gun bass compete with a sustain. They both have really loud high end. It's like you could make one of your basses stick out more and mixed better if it was in a different part of the frequency spectrum than just the highs. I like the rhythm of this, though. It sounds sick. Yeah, so your high end is really just the thing that's holding this back from me. Your song does sound really crisp. I think you could push it a little bit more, honestly. Like, in your bass group, if you have like a group for that, you should have a group for that. You could push it more. You could just distort it more and add more layers. The big thing that turned me off was this. You're having like a fake out build up moment, and your sustain has insane high end, just destroying it. Yeah, no, that's good shit. Thank you for submitting 6. Huge dub. Next submission is Surigaro. I feel like I know what building this is, but I don't know what building it is or like where it is. I just know what the building looks like. What the fuck is going on? North Korea? Ugh. I guess that explains both. What do you think it was a prison? Fuck. How do you know this, Kaisel? Oh shit, this is cool. What the fuck? Bro. Wow. That was something, man. Bro. Dude, I'm like sober right now and this is giving me a panic attack. Fucking excuse you, bro. The hell, that was rude. Bro, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Dude, I'm so confused. It's like the most musical part we've heard in like 3 minutes. Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye music. Bro, your notes are fucking hilarious. I asked what relevant plugins are you using, and you said honestly all of them. I respect that. All the plugins ever. Yep. Sitting on this missile for 4 years, do I finish? Yes, bro. Yeah. Fucking finish it. Dude, honestly, if you want to be really cool about it, just put it in a USB, put it in like a fucking capsule, throw it in the ocean. Throw it in the ocean like a lake. Just like get a bunch of really shitty flash drives, put them in like waterproof capsules, and just fucking toss them everywhere. Dude, the 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 expression on the person's face that finds this in like 100 years, they're gonna be terrified, man. They're gonna be terrified. You should do that. Do like a time capsule thing. Sent to Dylan Francis. Yeah, bro. Yep. Missile. And I said, do you have a specific problem? He said, I need a lobotomy. Yes, bro. I need one too after that. That was crazy. I feel like having a lobotomy though, like, oh, that's you. I was reading yours. Fuck. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. I'll pretend like it didn't happen. Bro, yours popped up and I guess I just started reading yours. Yeah, it did confuse me. Fuck, man. You won. But that idea is that's still fresh. Mission successful. The idea is fresh, dude. Get a bunch of USBs, like $1 USBs, and disperse, bro. And like hire some pigeons. It's probably like a pigeon keeper somewhere around, right? It's like, hey, what's up, man? I have like 500 USBs that I want delivered to random locations. Can you do that for me? Yeah, man. I'll do that. I'm like, cool. Anyways, I don't know what feedback to give. I feel like I would need to go like really in depth to talk about like purely artistic pieces like this. There's not a chance in the world that this is going to be played out anywhere unless it's like an intro to something or like in a movie or show. Like there's just no chance. So it's purely an art piece. This is something you would be like, okay, I made this. This is my story. This is my audio visual story, okay? And to talk about it in that respect, it would be like so time consuming. Honestly, I would need to do like a full review of it, but to put it short, it's all about intent and like, you know, that scene, those scenes in Ratatouille where he like fucking takes a bite of cheese and then like a strawberry or something, I don't know. And it's like he sees colors. It's kind of like that. You're like mixing emotions up and like subverting expectations. You're playing with the science of how we process sounds, and it's just weird shit, you know. Like think of like museums too. Like they do some weird stuff. There's a guy that like cracks glass, and he makes cracked glass into art pieces because he very carefully chisels at the glass to crack the way he wants it. Like it's kind of like that. Like you're using a weird medium to communicate something. But otherwise, man, I liked it. It was enjoyable, I think. Aside from, you know, the trauma that just got endured. But I appreciate it. Next up we have Kaisel. The song is green. Yes, the song is green. My track lost this whole weirdness, bro. This fucking scares me. What the fuck is this? What's up, Evadus? Dude, what? Where'd you get this image from? What the fuck is this? What the fuck? You searched happy image? Dude, what the fuck is that? What the fuck? I don't like that. Dude, the low quality of it makes it like so much more terrifying too, I think. I like this. But I think that ping is a little too much. like these little like choir sounds. What's up, sir girl? What? I think it wasn't in the track. What do you mean? What does that mean? I really like the low end saw thing that comes in, and it's just like meh. I feel like a really cool contrasting part that you would have with this is like acoustic, like really roomy acoustic drums for like a part or two. And that goes back to like this psychedelic fucking whatever the fuck this is. Like just I hate it. Like I hate it. I hate this image so fucking much, man. Dude, it pisses me off looking at this. Fuck, dude. It's too motherfuckers too happy. I can go to that part immediately. Yeah, like that's what I think. Like if you just, you know, you don't have this impact here, you just have the sustained O's, and then it just turns into like acoustic drums. I have been playing Deadlock a lot. Listen to the Deadlock theme. Like that's what I think like something would sound cool in. Like they fuck it, I'm gonna look it up, bro. Fuck this shit. Deadlock theme. This is really shitty quality, but this isn't exactly the one I was thinking of, huh? It's like a part where it like changes the drum machine like completely. What the fuck? What the fuck am I listening to, bro? Hold up. Maybe it's on YouTube. Dude, what the fuck? Where is this shit? I'm getting pissed. Okay, whatever. I can't find it. Just like try to find it. There's like a part where it changes the drum machine, like an old 808 drum machine, and it sounds like completely digital. Just look it up on your own time. But yeah, like something like that would sound really cool. Like more so the drums and like the vibe. But I feel like this has a really eerie sound to it. Still really cool. I don't have much to say about this, except the ping snare is not that great, honestly. I think it could just be a different vibe. But yeah, thank you, Kaisel, for submitting. Where am I? Wow. Where's the link on this one? Um, what? Bro, your submission was 68UHDX. That was it. I don't have a link. Thundy the Griffin. Do you have a link? Like a private link you can send me? Because it's all it says. You'll have to resubmit probably. That's like all I have, bro. I delete that submission. Just submit again. Make sure you have the proper link. Make sure you hit copy link right here on your track and send to me so I can listen to it. While he's doing that, we'll go on the other one. This is Archite. Oh shit. This is the drum bass one, right? The vocal kind of scared me, not gonna lie. Holy, that hi-hat's fucking loud as shit. Bro. Fucking hell, dude, that hi-hat needs to be turned down. That offbeat hi-hat is way too fucking loud. That's cool though. It's well written. I feel like it's a really solid structure. Like structure wise, I don't have nearly any complaints. Like it just flows really well together. You did a good job transitioning everything. And yeah, I could see this being like a good release It's just like the mixing thing. You're making a genre of music that is very mixing focused. Like of all the EDM genres I think there are, I think drum and bass is the hardest to make or to master, right? You can make it and it sounds shitty, right? But like making it sound good is really difficult. Mainly because drum bass artists put a lot of attention to the drums, and making EDM drums sound good is actually difficult. Making it sound loud and intense. There's so many nuances in drum and bass that make it what it is. It's all like transient focused and preserving like loudness and in every type of bass. Like there's so much shit to go into it. It's so difficult. I think I can make like decent drum and bass, but I'm nowhere near like fucking Noisia Matthews or any of these people. I will suggest you listen to someone. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Akov. I feel like this is similar to the genre that you want to make. Like this is more like breaks, like neuro breaks, but you want to do drum bass. It's still kind of similar to what you want, though, I'd imagine. Just imagine this like a faster BPM. Like this one's good. Like this is something you wanna probably reference. I really like Tesseracts. This record label is Symbiotic Records. Reference these guys for like what a mixdown would be. By contrast, you'll notice that your low end is a lot different. Your snare seems to hit a lot different. And just some of the writing is a little bit different. They put a lot of emphasis on the downbeat. Like the boom, boom, you have a lot of emphasis on elements. So the big compliment that I have is like your overall writing is good. However, you're not emphasizing correctly on parts that you're writing for. So for example, this build up, right? And you have a vocal and it just kind of goes into the beat. Like there's no tension for me to build off of. It's just constant noise and then boom, there should be some silence or like a break from loudness for you to feel like there's something coming up, for you to feel suspense and contrast and like something's about to go down. I would say cut the build up a little bit earlier. Maybe you could cut the drums. So where the drums is on the downbeat, you could cut the entire half bar after that. So it'd just be the kick. It would be like boom, 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 boom. So you're like emphasizing on the later snare, basically. Also your low end, there's like no movement, and for the amount of movement that your mids and highs have, it's just really static. So with neuro and like drum bass stuff, respaces and all that, they usually keep their low end like in the respace, so they'll just filter it and reprocess it and add OTT or whatever, and just keep distorting it, boosting, distorting, boosting, distorting, boosting, constantly until they get what they want. If you're adding like a separate sub, it's okay to do that sometimes, but it's just you're losing a lot of movement here. It's like I don't feel any energy in the lows or like the rumbliness. Like listen to this again. Like it's like that low end has a lot of movement. You can feel it shifting up and down and pitching. They had like a little pitch envelope, so it like constantly pitches down. And the way they make the respace is like there's a band pass, and you can hear when the band pass goes up and down. It sweeps from the low end to the highs. Yeah, and back here, I like this part. This part's cool. I like the cinematic drums. I think the cinematic drums linger too long though in the low end, and you could instead replace that energy with the actual low end of this ARP. Like there's no real reason not to do it, so just add it back. That sounds fine. And I think your drum selection could be a little bit better, but still, like it's not bad. It's just like it could be better. You could add more thick drums. And yeah, this hi-hat is absolutely way too loud. And basically the last note is already what I said. Like it's just kind of taking away movement from the main bass. But yeah, thank you for submitting. Huge dub. Like to hear drum bass in my streams always. And 6 Alpha wanted to send me something for the end of the stream, so I guess I'll listen to it. This is the one. This is the one that said I need lobotomy. Sitting on this missile. Using it all plugins ever. Thundy, I asked you to resubmit before I played the last song. The link you sent was not a real link. It was just a string of numbers and letters. Like it didn't show anything. I'll give you one last chance to submit before this finishes because the stream's at the end. I don't have any more submissions. Oh, Lee. Like almost kind of works though. The fuck was that? The fuck? What the fuck, bro? That like scared the shit out of me. It's just like it sounds like you just put a trap bass into house music and you made it sound like it works. It's just the sound is weird. Gosh, some of these basses are so fucking loud, bro. Man, I miss when bass house is like a real thing. Okay. Now listen to this. Finally. Holy. Dude, that is the craziest image. Was that Goku? Goku bald eagle holding the American flag with squadron of F-22s above him, and then yeah, just you know buildings, normal buildings. The song's named Patriot. Dude, this guy definitely had a happy 4th of July. Ooh. Oh, sorry, I got this thing. It isn't exactly like the octave you played him in. It's like just, it's too much high end. Like you need to get a high shelf and just turn it down a little bit. I would just a high shelf. If you know what a high shelf is, just turn it down slightly. For like saws that are like that, having them sit around the mid highs is preferable. Okay, yeah, just a high shelf then. Because it's like at the very top end of the high end where it's too loud. The guitar solo needs to be way louder. You need a much louder guitar solo. Like that shit is getting drowned out by all this reverby fucking shit's going. You got a choir person going, whoa, like it's so much louder than the guitar, bro. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Just the pads are too bright in that one part. The mids are really busy, so you should look at all the instruments that you have in your buses. look at the ones that have a lot of mids and try to find a way to like puzzle them together, like take mids away from one instrument and add it to another, and do the same thing with other instruments, because it is just a little busy. And the mids can be quite annoying. And lastly, like the guitar just needs to be louder. So yeah, thank you for submitting, Griffin. Happy 4th. Hope you enjoyed it, bruh. And yeah, just fucking EQ that shit, brother. All right, next up we have Vortex, and this will be the last one because you submitted 2, and I only want to do feedback on Run right now. But so guys, I'm gonna be showing some bass whips I made for my swell packs, so stick around and give me some thoughts on what you like. Oh shit. Oh, that kick is really clean. Right into fucking rage music. Let's switch up on the lead. Damn. Damn. Yeah, that's clean as fuck. Dude, everything about that drop is clean as shit. There's like something up with the transients, but I can't put my finger on it. It sounds like something spectral is on the master. But damn, dude. What the hell? Yeah, it sounds fucking good. My only feedback for this would be the sub. The sub could be a little bit more louder and like prominent. It sounds like things are really compressed, but like not. That's why I'm suspecting there's like a spectral thing going on. And that would make sense, because if your spectral compressor is ducking the sub, then yeah, it would duck the sub. That's what they do mostly, is they find the sub and fucking push that shit down. But other than that, it sounds great. Like, this is a really well mixed song. Like, that kick surprised me how clean that kick was. But yeah, fucking good shit, bro. Loving it. Yeah, I would say, like, honestly, just release that, bro. Release that shit. Keep making stuff like that, and you'll get a big audience really quick. Okay, so that concludes the stream pretty much. I'll be back next week. I do want to show you guys the stuff I've been working on, because I haven't been making a lot of things because I've been working on this pack mostly. But I'll show it briefly of what I have, and you guys can give me your thoughts. How about that? You guys can give me inputs on stuff that I made. So I'll just like move this aside. But I have all these are basses. These are all bass loops that I'm making. I'm making bass loops for the first time. Out of all my packs, and this is all shit I made. So yeah. Oh shit. Let me meet this guy. And yeah, that's right. Cool. Have drum loops too. I'm gonna just change the drum loop. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, something like that. We'll do something like that. These are my drum loops too, so these will be in the pack, but like, yeah. Here's what I got so far. There's that one. I have this one. And I have like spectral shit too. This is where it gets like really cool. Yeah, I do use FL, but I'm using Reaper to make the loops because it's so much easier to process them and like render. Should I change the loop? Yeah, I'll do like this one now. That's one of my favorite ones. I'm mainly using just the drums to like shape everything around. Because it's really stupid to make a bass loop without the drums. You know, I need to make it in context. I have this one. These are like my spectral shits. And then I have my sustains. All using FMA. You run them with sub? Yes, I do. Yeah, I'm making these like more basic because I'm imagining like someone's going to be putting this like with other loops. And also like making fucking sustain loops is kind of weird. People don't usually make raw sustain loops, but whatever. Is there a particular reason? Well, you can just take the sub out. Like, you can just high pass it and it'll be the same. I'm still working on this one. And I have like another one that I'm also working on. Sounds like that Versa type bass, right? Versa. So yoyi. Yeah, but any thoughts on these basses? Like, is this what you would want to get in a new sample pack? This is all like the shit I'm making. But these are also just like the bass loops so far. I've done so much shit with just drums. My drums are... I made so many. I should probably cut back on making all the drums. Like, I've made too fucking many. I need to chill out. These are all the shits I've made. I'll show you the drums too, why not? But like, claps. Got convolution impulses. You guys are gonna like that. Whoops. So it'll be fun to make cool noises with. Some hi-hats, crashes, of course. And open hats. Tams. And dude, my favorites are the drum fills. Like, all sound really fucking good. And I had like my regular drums, and I have amen breaks. I made my own. Let's show some of the loops too. I have all the loops here with like the individual stems. some trap ones too. Why not? And due to popular request, I'm doing the gun kits. So, and each gun kit is like a and B variation of it. There'll also be like a serum 2 preset to go along with it. Get the sub and get the tone. So you can just like fucking plop that onto anything. Isn't that gonna be cool, guys? Oh, you guys want to hear the cool drums? The metal kicks are gonna be really cool. And then metallic hits. I made a lot of these. And then pan layers. You guys want to make any snare into a pan snare? Well, this is it. In fact, I will pair that with a snare. So I have like regular snares here. I'll test these out. So I'll just layer this over. This is the old snare. Let me turn this down. Actually, wait, I forgot. Like, turn it up. Works with pretty much every snare. Maybe it's a little loud. There we go. Replace it with this one. Replace it with this one. Replace it with this one. What's a smack talk snare? I don't know what that is. Oh, and the perks. Bro, look how many perks I have. I have like 12 folders of like perks to make. I got cinematic ones. I have like weird Foley things. These are really good for like adding to fills and making your drum sound more Foley. I got flams. So anything that has like multiple hits. Foley claps. Got gun transients. I got high perks. I got lasers. Low perks. Metallic. Metallic reverb. Mid perks. Organic. So things that sound fucking, you know, reverby ones. More spectral shit. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, just the snares. So these are basically all made in D sharp, like D sharp minor and Phrygian. Oh yeah, these are like kind of ISO inspired, I think. Metal snares. The thing that's cool about these metal snares is that they are 32-bit float. So I can turn these down and you'll still have all the detail there. If I turn this to normalize, you see it has all the details still there. So you can turn it up as much as you want. I just made them this loud so that it fits with the other drums, because the other drums are just regular drums made to be a full loudness. But these are, because of how metal drums are, like you don't want to clip them. My regular pan snares. These are pretty cool drums. They're like, you know, like the old Space List songs with like the really deep snares and stuff, or like even melodic dubstep. It's like the same stuff. So I wanted to make something like that because I thought it was cool. Some short snares. And yeah, just some other shit. I think I forgot some claps. Did I forget the claps? Oh yeah. So these claps were kind of inspired by like Vexu. So these claps can stand alone as like their own claps in a drop. These rhythmic claps are more for like rhythm. Char claps, well, self-explanatory. And just some trap claps. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. Let me know if you guys liked all those fun little things I made. It's a lot so far. So I'm still working on it. I'm still making a bunch of shit. It's just taking a while. I don't want to like spend an egregious amount of time on it because, for one, I don't think it's gonna be as popular as my other packs. So I don't think I'm gonna make as much return as like my other packs used to have, even though it's like a better pack overall. And some stuff I think is redundant. Like, literally, I see people who include MIDI files in their packs and stuff. And do you guys really use MIDI files? Like, would you want a MIDI file of this, of like whatever I wrote here? Would you actually want this? Because I don't know. I feel like MIDI files are redundant, right? Like you wouldn't give a fuck. And it's like, it's not chords or anything. It's not a lead, so it makes it, it's like less, it makes less sense. I don't know. Just kind of weird to me. But I want to like make sure I'm like getting everything necessary. I don't want to do unnecessary work for stuff that you guys aren't going to use. Like I went kind of crazy mode with the convolvers because you guys use convolvers a lot. That's like the tear out method now, right? Is like you're using convolvers. Everybody uses a convolver to make a gun or like some metallic sound. Like that's just how it is now. So like, you guys probably use convolvers, right? Like if I had these convolver things, you guys would probably use them. If I go back here, I'll like test it out with you guys. Let's make a little bass first, right? Actually, I think I have a preset I can use. I'll use like Harmor. Harmor's cool. I'll like put OTT on it or something, I don't know. isn't that great, but fuck it. And let's like get a convolver on this. Boom. Let's lose my. Another cool thing about these convolvers, these are extremely high quality. So what I mean by that is you can pitch them down like almost 3 octaves and still have some good quality. I'll find them. It's like all of these guys, these will all be pitched down. So I'll show you what I mean. Let's go with this one first. So this guy, like the original file sounds like that. I can pitch this guy down really far, and you'll still have some good quality there. This guy. Let's try another one. Yeah, let's do this one. This guy can pitch really far down. Like this is almost 2 octaves. So it sounds really good. This one's 15 semitones. Still works. This one. Pitch it almost all the way down. Like this is over an octave. And it's still usable quality. What are the other ones? Yeah, so these are all really high quality ones. So you can just pitch it down like a fucking lot. If I can go to my bass again. So you see here where it says stretch, that just shows like that's basically pitching it down. So 200% would be like an octave down. And you're not losing any high end. I'm putting it to max mix, and you don't hear any artifacting still. It's only when you go to like 300% down that you hear like the artifacts. In my old ones, I think I had that issue. Actually, I didn't. Yeah, I made these high quality too. Yeah, but these convolvers I'm using are made to be put in like gun bases and metallic bases. I'm just going through all of them right now. I also made these like spectral ones or special convolvers. These are just simply to add weird vowels or shit. I can make dubstep drop in 10 minutes video when. Should I do it right now? Like, just say fuck it? Should I, chat? Should I say fuck it and make a dubstep drop in 10 minutes? What should the rules be then? If I'm gonna make a dubstep drop, what should be the rules? Like, could I use presets? Do I have to sound design everything from scratch? Like, what's the rules? Ugh, fuck. Only my sound pack? That's gonna be too easy. It's gonna be too easy, no? Also, it's not even done yet, bro. I'm just showing you guys because I'm like, yo, you guys like this shit? You like my shitty ass? That'd be fun now. I'll do it with my sound pack. Fuck it. I won't use the gun kit because that's like too easy, isn't it? Just a drop. Okay. All right. I'll do it. I won't use the gun kit because it's like basically cheating. I'll make a 140. I'll make one drop. I don't know. I have the timer here. So, ready to go. I'm gonna get in my gaming position. All right, start your engines. Ready, set, go. All right, we're off. Fuck this. Drums, kicks. Fuck it. I want that one. Claps. Yes, that one. That one works well. These guys, I'll just make a little pattern for you. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Also, it's gonna be shit to the left. I have a wide screen, so it's gonna be fucked. Cymbals. Crash. The no transient ones, because I like having no transient in my crashes. Boom, boom, boom. And then a open hat with a tambourine. Maybe. Yes, this one is good. Boom, boom, boom. I cut you out. I also get my open hat. This one sounds cool. I'll use that one. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm gonna take you and I'm gonna make you last the whole bar, and I'll go in here. I'm gonna turn on the envelope so that cuts off when I say to cut off, because it's gonna play past this point. Okay, I'm gonna use Serum to sound design something. It's gonna be awesome. You guys are gonna love it. Serum 2. Okay, cool. Yeah, Serum 2 on the plate. I'm gonna go to my perks, I guess. My perks. I go to metallic. Maybe not that one. Metallic hits. I like this one more. I'll do spectral. I'm gonna turn this off and it's gonna go into manual. I'm gonna manually automate this. We're gonna go into spectral mode. Spread that bitch. We're gonna add some pitch automation. Boom, boom, boom. It's a little too much, like an octave. I'm also gonna duck you. We're gonna change this. Also want to do the same thing to this guy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn transients on for that. And use this to automate the level. I'm gonna add our white noise. I'm gonna make this like a transient. Where's my gun transients? I don't know where my gun transients are. Oh, there they are. I'll load this as a sample. I'll disable the tracking. And we're gonna distort this guy. It's not distortion. Then we're gonna add our diffuser. Not a big fan of how this sounds, honestly. But whatever. We're gonna make a bass pattern. Boom, 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 boom. Make a little scream, guys. Woo! I don't know how much time I have left. How much time do I have left, chat? I have 4 minutes. I'm stressing too much. Another guy here. And I'll do, I don't know, a Combs. OTT. I don't want to make anything yet. I gotta make this shorter because this is like a bit much. Doing the method. I'm doing the method again. I'm doing the method. The method. The fucking hold my breath and count to 200. I'm chucking it, bro. Sidechain. Oh, can I make it? Ah! Fuck. Well, I'm done. Damn, all things considered, like, sound design, everything from fucking scratch. Like, that was pretty damn good. Right on 10 minutes. Wasn't so bad. Making tear out, bro. All I gotta do is just add some loops now, just like regular loops, and you win. Add one of these. Add one of these, add one of these. These guys go to 9. Just get like a drum fill or something, but that's pretty much like my idea, right? I'm just not optimized for making shit really fast. What would I do? I guess I could take these guys and put them to a bus. And then I could do like this bode trick where you get like bode and direction, range. So like that. And you just copy it over to the side. And then the side, you like add a utility. And that way we can preserve the fucking stereo. Probably was a different distortion shape too for this. I was kind of rushed on the convolver. I would have put this in a multi-pass, so that wouldn't affect the low end. Like, see there, you can add so much more fucking grit. I would have probably also added like an EQ. I would have maybe pitched these around a little bit. It's always a good idea to just do that. And for more control, I should have gotten a velocity thing and then put it on the decay. So I can control how fucking fast things decay. And on the sub, I could have put it to a different bus and distort it. Yeah, something like that, maybe. Wah 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 wah. It's always a sound design, dude. The sound design is what like takes a long time. It eats up so much time. When you have 10 minutes, it's like most of that time is just setting up the song and like, you know, placing things, putting files and trying to find like samples to make the song with. And I just spend too much time sound designing. But that was fun. But yeah, thank you all for coming by. Unexpected production thing. I think it'd be fair if you had sidechain set. Yeah, maybe. Did I accidentally leak some industry secrets with my sound design? That's kind of shit, not gonna lie. But it was fun. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back next week, and yeah, I will put a beta of my pack out at some point for my patrons. And Yar. Keep a lookout for that. And thank you guys for the feedback on that as well. So yeah, thank you. See you guys. Bye-bye.